Hello, and welcome to my first Let's Play video. My name is XPooX, and I've decided, as my first Let's Play video, to do World of Warcraft Cataclysm. There's a couple reasons why I chose this game. The first one is that I'd like the theme of my YouTube channel to be basic video game learning, as basic as I can keep it, while trying to teach you to play games that I like. World of Warcraft is probably the most accessible game to the largest audience, and I took a look on the Voltron Army forums, which are a group of Let's Players, and I tried to look at what makes a good Let's Play, and Variax, who is a Let's Player, you can find him in my YouTube channel, I'm subscribed to him. He noted that the best Let's Players play games that they really love and that they want to show to people. And I do really love WoW. I'm not 100% sure if I like the direction World of Warcraft Cataclysm is taking the game, but I do really love World of Warcraft. And currently, I do not have a registered World of Warcraft account. I'm just playing on a free account, and that's another reason why I decided to choose World of Warcraft, is because you can play it for free up to level 20. Which will be essentially the scope of this playthrough. The idea of this playthrough is to teach anybody, that is, any person who's interested, how to play World of Warcraft. So there's that. I guess there's nothing left to do but to go to the character creation screen. So right away, it's gonna sort of fart us out into creating a character because this is new. So the things that I wanted to cover. Mainly is the choice of servers. So we have a bunch of servers here and a bunch of different things. Essentially, this is just the world you're choosing to play on. It's not vital. The only thing a new player wants to do is make sure that they're on a normal rule set server, and not a PvP rule set server or a role playing server, unless you're explicitly wanting to PvP. If you'd like to PvP, then which is basically the difference between PvP and normal, is that normal server, you cannot be killed by an opposing player unless you explicitly state you're willing to be able to be killed, whereas on a player versus player server, if somebody chooses a faction that is different from yours, they can kill you essentially at will. So we'll go to create a new character, and it being Halloween, I would like to play Undead. I think I'm going to play a female character. And so right away we have a couple of choices that the new player might find quite intimidating. First, there's two factions, Alliance and Horde. This determines essentially which side of the war you are on, because these two factions are at war. Horde has sort of the more evil themed races: orcs, undead, taurens, trolls, blood elves, and goblins, which I can't play on a free account. And then Alliance has the sort of the good races: the humans, the dwarves, the night elves, the gnomes, and the draenei. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pick an undead because it is Halloween. I'm gonna do 3 playthroughs to try and illustrate the different roles of each of the classes. The first playthrough I'm gonna be doing as a warrior. I think between the warrior and the rogue, they're probably 2 of the easier classes to play in World of Warcraft. Probably the hunter is quite easy to pick up as well, because you have a little pet who sort of is able to who is able to help you out. We'll go ahead and design our first character here. I don't want any of the ugly features, so I want to change your hair color to blue. There it is. Or is that turquoise? Green, maybe. Anyway, change your hairstyle to the hairstyle I like. Nice hairstyle. And I don't want that ugly face. I want that nice innocent face. And I already have a name for her. Her name's going to be Litchi. And we will hit accept. And our new character is created. By just double clicking here, we can enter the game. Now, World of Warcraft does a really good job of holding your hand and telling you exactly what to do. So don't be too intimidated.
Though Lady Sylvanas and her Forsaken finally
haven't decided if I'm going to let you watch all the videos, but I think I'll let you watch this one.
Their dark crusade in Northrend proved costly. Betrayed by Grand Apothecary Putrus at the Battle of Wrathgate, the Forsaken's devious plague of death was unleashed upon both the Alliance and the Horde to calamitous effect. Unbeknownst to Sylvanas, Putris and his demonic ally, Veramathras, had taken control of the Undercity. As a result, the Forsaken were wrongly blamed for the traitor's atrocities. Though the Undercity was eventually retaken, Sylvanas and her followers still bear the weight of Putris' sins.
Prepare yourself.
Mistrusted by the other members of the Horde, the Forsaken must now prove their loyalty to the cause and redeem themselves from their supposed treachery. To this end, Sylvanas has bolstered her defenses within the Tirisfal Glades and readied her undead forces for any contingency. As one of the Forsaken, you must use your cunning and viciousness to slay any who would pose a threat to Sylvanas' rule, be they human, undead, or otherwise.
So right away we have questions. A couple of things. First, why is there a big error screen? That's just my mods. This is a game that that supports a massive amount of in-game customization of how your user face looks. So this is a mod called Dominoes. I use it to manage my my action bars. It's nothing to worry about. Your play experience will be very similar to mine. The main things you need to know is these are essentially the buttons you press to do things. Up here you have your portrait, your character portrait, your name, your health, which literally is the amount of damage you can take before you die and turn into a ghost. When that happens, you have to just do a simple run back to your corpse, get it. You have your other, which is essentially your energy bar. Warriors use an energy called Rage, which I'll explain when I first hit something. But here, what we've noticed is we have Agatha. She is now in our target window. She has a sort of a gold dragon that wraps around her head, which signifies that she is an elite monster. And since she's green, we can't actually attack her. She also has health and energy. Her energy is blue, which is called mana. A couple of other things. This is where any status effects that we have on us will show. And right now we have Rigor Mortis, which is basically we're dead. And we're stiff, which is why we're sort of just lying there looking dead. Since we are undead, or as World of Warcraft loves to call us, the Forsaken, we have yet to be brought up. I can't remember what these guys are called. I think they're called the Valkyr. And their story is interwoven with the undead. I think we'll probably flesh that out a little bit as we start playing. So right here we have the clock. It's local time. Our mini map, which is really helpful in showing us what's near us. There'll be a couple little things that our mini map that does for us, but right now all that matters is that you know it's there. Your minimap won't look like mine. Mine is square. Again, I have another modification that makes myself have a square minimap. It gives me maybe an extra 10% view space. It's really not that important. The area that we're in is called the Death Knell Graves, and if you highlight it, it'll show you the zone you're in, Tirisfal Glades. We have some other things on the screen. This is our chat window where we can say things like hello. Unfortunately, it's not going in right now because I'm still technically dead. So we'll right-click on Agatha, and she'll give us a quest. I'll pause briefly for all of these to let you guys read them, but I'm not going to read them out to you. I'll just tell you what the objective is of the quest. Quests are essentially how the World of Warcraft narrative is told to you, and it'll become really apparent that essentially quests are just NPCs asking you to do things. NPCs being non-player characters like Agatha here. She's a sort of just a computer-generated program. So down here we have containers with our backpack in it. Our backpack shows us how much we have in terms of money, our coin. We have 0 because we just started. We're a little baby. We can increase these sizes, but this is your goodie bag to, because it's Halloween. We'll keep the Halloween metaphor going, but this is where we put our loot when we go trick-or-treat for monsters. And we trick-or-treat them by bashing them on the head with this nice-looking claymore here. We have a neat little item in here called our Hearthstone. This is our get out of jail free card. It allows us to teleport home at no cost, and you can read it. It has a 30-minute cooldown. So this is a backpack. We have our hotkeys, keys we can press. We have a couple of abilities. Our first one is the base attack. I usually take this base attack off because it can be accomplished through right-clicking on the monster that's targeted. Cannibalize, which can only be done near a humanoid, allows us to regenerate life and eat. It's an undead racial ability. It's kind of more for flavor than it is really great. So I'm going to accept this quest. I'm going to hit L to open up our quest menu. Then I'm going to hold Shift and click the name of the quest. What that'll do is that'll pop up an objective right under our minimap telling me where to go and what to do. This is set up automatically in your interface, and you won't have to actually do this. I turn it off because I like to pick the quests that I'm tracking, because eventually our quest log will go from being totally empty to being a flood of names and things to do. And I sort of like to just stay a little bit more organized. So the controls of World of Warcraft are very similar to video games. W, A, S, and D to move around. Spacebar jumps. Mechanically, it really doesn't do anything. It just bounces you up and down and gets you over obstacles. I'm going to try to keep my jumping to a minimum, especially because you're going to hear whack every time I hit it. And hopefully, if you hear this too much, I'm going to try to keep those things to a minimum, because I do tend to be a little spammy with buttons. I'll also try to keep this noise to a minimum. That's me shuffling my poker chips. If I do that during the videos, I am very sorry. It's just a habit I have when I sit at my computer. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk to Undertaker Mordo here. And this coming in is the Shade of the Horseman yelling. I can't exactly remember what quest that's for, but he does yell a lot, so you will hear that. I think eventually we'll flesh this out and find out where it's from. I think it's from the Halloween event that's going on right now, and that's what you heard him being a noisy noiserson in the intro video, ruining our intro video. So some other things we have as the warrior is we have our stance, which is it's just a piece of the warrior mechanically. I'll explain it more later. Just it's important to note that we do have this little thing that increases our damage done and decreases the damage we take. We have our spellbook, which has all of our spells in it. A lot of these things don't matter to you immediately. They're just kind of there. We have sort of all of the abilities that we will unlock as we level up, which you can just be mindful of, but it's not really important for right now. It's just important that we know. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to right-click on Undertaker Mordo, and he's going to say, "Hello there, you must be Lichy," because he apparently knows my name somehow. And so this is a quest that we got from Agatha, and so we're going to receive 2 copper for it and get 10 experience. So we're going to hit the complete quest and get another quest. So we have the Shadowy Grave. So the objectives of the Shadowy Grave are obtain the thick embalming fluid from the corpse, stitching twine from the Shadow Grave in Death Knell. We'll get 15 copper and 80 experience from it. So Mordo's going to send us on a little adventure here, and right away we have a guy following us now named Darnell. I don't know why they make Darnell follow you right now, but he does. He's not going to do particularly anything. Later he'll pick up bodies for us, but for right now he's just sitting there. So we'll hit M, going to our map, and we'll see that we have our quest objective on our map, and our little quest description and quest objective. The descriptions are really flavorful. I suggest you read them. I stopped reading them back in World of Warcraft beta. So, as a self-pronounced hypocrite, I'm going to tell you to read them, but also tell you that I don't. So usually it's more helpful than this, but since we're basically standing on it, we sort of have to take from the quest what we can. So I'm going to put that in my quest window, close my journal, and then I'm going to go to this building to see what's in here, because I know that the items that I need are in here, and I'm sure the quest tells you the items are in here. So we'll have a look around. It's sort of like an undead mausoleum, but right here we have, next to the abomination head, that eye that moves, are some glowing things. And in WoW, when there's an item you can pick up for a quest, it'll bring up a little cog, a little golden cog. So all you have to do is right-click on that item, and you'll collect it. I have my